Buenas noches. Quisimos iniciar el programa de hoy escuchando ese concierto tan lindo de los SahajaYogis. Hay de varios países y la verdad es como irnos preparando a ese encuentro con nuestro ser. Hoy vamos a escuchar a Sri Mataji, nos va a hablar del Hamsa Chakra. Recordemos que este Hamsa Chakra es el chakra que está en el entrecejo. Es un subchakra del Vishuddhi Chakra. De manera que vamos a meditar en él y luego una introducción a lo que Sri Mataji nos va a comentar, lo que nos va a enseñar. Entonces nos disponemos, ya tenemos la atención en nuestro interior, les invitamos a nuestra madre, Kundalini, a permanecer al Sahasrara y nos protegemos con los mantras. Recordemos que cada movimiento de estos que hacemos es consciente, invitando a nuestra madre Kundalini, como amarrándola en nuestra cabeza para que permanezca en el Sahasrara. Protegemos cada chakra, Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Navi vacío, Anahado corazón, Vishuddhi, Agnya, Sahasrara. Vamos a llevar la atención a nuestro interior, a ese ser, a lo más profundo en nuestro ser, que es nuestra madre Kundalini, ese canal central. Recordemos que se manifiesta nuestra madre Kundalini al ascender sobre la cabeza, lo que se llama el Brahmarandra. Es aquí donde podemos percibir la brisa saliendo, la brisa del Espíritu Santo saliendo de nosotros, de nuestro Sahasrara. Entonces nos disponemos, nos sentamos cómodos. Les quería decir, como vamos a meditar en el Hamsa Chakra, hay dos Villa mantras, que es Ham, Cham. Ham tiene que ver con el superego, o sea, la parte izquierda del canal izquierdo, que en el cerebro está hacia el lado derecho de nuestra cabeza. Y Cham, en el Ham quiere decir yo soy. Yo soy. Y Cham, en el ego, tú eres, o yo perdono. Entonces es Ham Cham. Es la forma también de que ese ego y esos condicionamientos bajen. Es que se establezca el ser, que se establezca nuestro espíritu en nosotros. Entonces, con ese sonido del Ham Cham, vamos a meditar. Y ya Sri Mataji nos va a explicar un poco más, aunque ya sabemos bastante de esto, nos va a explicar un poco más cómo mantener el Hamsa Chakra limpio. Ok, iniciamos. Vamos a dirigir las dos manos hacia nuestra Madre Tierra. Madre, tú eres el inicio de la creación. Tú eres esta madre que cuida de sus hijos, que nos proteges, que nos alimentas. Madre Tierra, por favor, ayúdanos a tomar conciencia de quién eres tú, a tomar conciencia de la importancia de cuidarte, a tomar conciencia de tu grandeza, que todos los seres humanos despertemos en esta conciencia, Madre. Gracias por tantas bendiciones, porque nos sostienes, nos alimentas, nos cuidas. Decimos el mantra de Sri Bhumi Devi, que quiere decir Madre Tierra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Bhumi Devi Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Llevamos la atención al primer chakra, al Muladhara chakra. Dejamos solamente la mano derecha dirigida hacia la Madre Tierra, la izquierda sobre la pierna, con la palma hacia arriba, recibiendo vibraciones de la fotografía de Sri Mataji. Con la atención en el Muladhara chakra. Recordemos que allí reside Sri Ganesha, el principio, el alfa. Sri Ganesha, tú eres nuestro hermano mayor. Tú eres el ejemplo para todos nosotros. Tú impregnas de tu inocencia todo el universo. Te pedimos, por favor, que nos ayudes a ser cada día más inocentes, más sabios, para saber qué es correcto y qué no en nuestro diario vivir. Sri Ganesha, por favor, haznos como niños, espontáneos. Decimos el mantra de Sri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Ganesha Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Llevamos la atención al canal central. Y aquí le damos gracias a nuestra Madre Kundalini por haber despertado en cada uno de nosotros. Gracias, Madre Kundalini, porque con tu infinito amor nos has traído al reino de Dios, que es el Sahasrara. Decimos el mantra de Sri Kundalini Mata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Kundalini Mata Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Llevamos la mano derecha a la frente, al Agnya Chakra. Y aquí les damos gracias al Señor Jesucristo y a su Shakti, su madre, Sri María. Gracias por haber abierto el Agnya Chakra a nivel universal. Gracias porque nos has enseñado a perdonar. Gracias porque absorbes nuestro ego y nuestros condicionamientos para poder pasar por la puerta angosta para llegar al reino de los cielos, que es el Sahasrara. Decimos el mantra de Sri María Jesús. Om Tuameva Sakshat Sri María Jesús Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Vamos la atención al Sahasrara. Madre, por favor, ven a nuestro Sahasrara. Ilumina nuestro ser desde el Sahasrara. Ahora nos vamos a quedar disfrutando el Villamantra, Ham Sham, pidiéndole al Señor Jesucristo y a la Virgen María, pidiéndole a nuestra Madre Kundalini, para que podamos liberarnos de nuestro ego y nuestros condicionamientos, y podamos reconocer a los demás como nuestros hermanos, como parte del todo. Vamos a escuchar, como les decía, Sri Mataji, que nos va a hablar del Hamsa Chakra. Entonces recordemos, en nuestro cerebro el Hamsa Chakra, en la cabeza, está en el entrecejo. Aquí está el cerebro y esta es la posición del Muladhara Chakra, el cerebelo, ¿no? Nos dice Sri Mataji, el Hamsa, que es el chakra del discernimiento, y ella nos explica cómo un cisne, como para mirar el ejemplo de lo que es el discernimiento, un cisne, si se le echa leche, al agua, el cisne tiene la capacidad de absorber solamente la leche y hace la comparación con la grulla. Ella no es capaz de hacerlo. Entonces, ese discernimiento, esas cosas que realmente somos capaces de absorber, lo que nos sirve para nuestro ser, a eso nos ayuda el Hamsa Chakra. Entonces, el Hamsa Chakra está debajo del Agnya Chakra. Nos dice Sri Mataji, la Kundalini pasa del Vichuri, el Vichuri, recordemos, está acá, al Agnya Chakra, acá. El Hamsa Chakra se encuentra fuera del camino de la Kundalini. Esto es bien importante que lo tengamos en cuenta, porque al no cruzar, está fuera, está hacia acá, más hacia el frente. Al no cruzarlo, la Kundalini, pues ya también es como nuestra responsabilidad de limpiarlo, ¿no? Igual sucede con nuestro Muladhara Chakra. Recordemos que el Muladhara tampoco lo atraviesa nuestra madre Kundalini, ella está por encima, ella está en el hueso sacro, por encima del Muladhara. De manera de que estos dos chakras es importante porque es nuestra responsabilidad. Son unos chakras muy importantes que hay que cuidar. Dice, para limpiar, ¿no? Debemos usar ghee. El ghee es mantequilla clarificada. Es así de sencillo, es simplemente tener esta mantequilla, se disuelve y en un goterito podemos aplicar unas gotitas en cada fosa nasal, echando la cabeza bien hacia atrás, porque si no nos pasa por la garganta y nos puede molestar. Pero si echamos la cabeza bien hacia atrás y aplicamos el ghee, eso nos ayuda muchísimo a limpiar el Hamsa Chakra. Esta es una de las partes físicas. La buena tradición, ¿no? Las buenas tradiciones, las buenas costumbres, todas esas cosas lindas que nos han enseñado a través de la vida, es muy importante, que ayuda al Hamsa Chakra, y las vibraciones, sin duda. Limpiarlo, dar vibraciones, la misma Kundalini al ascenderla, si no la toque, pues de todas formas estamos emitiendo vibraciones. Pero dar vibraciones al chakra también es muy importante. Bueno, escuchémosla.
Hamsa Chakra. Chakra stands between the Vishuddhi and the Agya, as you can see clearly positioned like that. But from Vishuddhi, there are many nerves which pass through Hamsas and end up here. They don't all go to the brain. Or we can say that at this time, at this point, all our reactions, which are what you call reflex reactions, finish off. So, supposing now I get some dirty smell, I'll close my nose like that. Or if I can't hear, I'll just pull my ears like this. Or if I see something dirty, or if I see something jarring, my eyes will close automatically. If somebody tries to put a pin through me, immediately I'll spontaneously. It's all built in within my system and your system too, that you react with reflex action. Same thing may not happen to animals. Animals are different. Some animals have certain reflex actions, some have some reflex actions. But we are different, and our reflex actions, we are all practically just the same. There's not much individuality. There isn't much difference in our reflex actions. At the most, with conditioning, somebody might say, yeah, somebody might say, oh, somebody may say something. That's different. But the reflex actions are just the same. So up to the reflex action, we don't have to use discretion. Then starts our discretion part. As discretion starts when we are using these two nadis which meet here without going to the agya. So when these two nadis meet here, what happens? We start seeing through our experiences. First would be a reflex action, automatic reflex action. The second is when, supposing a child, if you tell the child, now this is hot, don't put your hand there, he won't listen. Put the child. With the experience, he will develop reflex actions, the conditionings of it. So thus reflexes are built in within us. Also, they are built in within us with, we should say, with other conditionings like, you see, in a country, supposing there's racialism, or in a country like ours, there's a caste system, then person react according to what they have learned from childhood. All these conditionings could be of the present day when you are born. You could have been yourself born in last life in, say, Africa. Today you are born with a white skin, so you have started sort of calling that African, you have become. All these conditionings can be built into your Hamsa Chakra, which have come from your training of the mind. You can see the experiences of the mind, the experiences of the society, of your knowledge, of your education, the way you are conditioned can be built in here, in the Hamsa Chakra. And it reacts to things which has no meaning. If you I hate someone, why? Because that person wears a blue jean or something, or you can say a green shirt. Now this is built in your mind. Or sometimes this falling in love also comes from the same kind of a conditioning. Supposing you had met somebody who had, say, blue eyes and was kind to you. So you have fascination for a person who has blue eyes. There's no pure idea about beauty, there's no pure idea of happiness, there's no pure idea of aesthetics. All is conditioned. For some people this is beautiful, for somebody this is not beautiful. So this is the place where these interchanges take place between both the nadis. And here the Hamsa lies outside the path of Kundalini. They sort of come out here, out of the path of Kundalini. It's very surprising. When the Kundalini moves, she goes from Vishuddhi direct to Agya. Now, how can we improve our Hamsa then? It's a big problem. Because if our Hamsa is sick, is over-conditioned, the Kundalini cannot work on it. It just gives up. Now, so for Hamsa we use all these physical things. Like I said, put the ghee in the nose. Keep it in a way that it is nourished properly. Because Kundalini, if it tries to too much we'll have problem. Problem because as it is, most of our time we spend in such a manner that your hamsa things become what you call the epithelial cells, the linings become dried up. Now when the Kundalini rises, she may try to create a problem more for that dryness. Maybe. So it is kept out. But it has an effect in the sense that even if there is a light outside, it can fall inside. So it's not the Kundalini directly that affects your hamsa. It is like when the Kundalini awakens, you yourself see now that a person is, whether he is fair complexioned or dark complexioned, he is a human being. You reason it out and hamsa clears out. Then you see yourself that, oh, I am very egoistical. You start seeing yourself through your agya. Start seeing that I am so conditioned. So you reason it out. And that's how you correct your conditionings. This is what is Hamsa Chakra. So Hamsa Chakra cannot be done if just you are a realized soul. But is an effect, is the symptom of your Kundalini awakening. Some people think that you develop discretion just as the Kundalini rises. Is it wrong? No. That has to be deliberately seen, that you build up that discretion within yourself. But once it is built, for example, my discretion is absolute. I just know what it is. See, my conditioning here is absolute. It's one with the Kundalini, one with reality. But for human beings, it has to be reflected by understanding. Like a child, he touches something hot and it is hot. Now, this is hot because it's heated up. So you see a person is catching on the right heart. Right, he's catching on the right heart means he has got a right heart and he is suffering from such and such thing. You have to see it yourself. Now, if you tell the person, are you suffering from, say, asthma? He said, yes. How do you know? I know it because I have learnt it through my finger, which was burning. That's why I know it is. But supposing somebody has an asthma, and in that place the part, your Kundalini, you will get asthma immediately. You see the point? The conditioning cannot come to us unless and until it passes through or sieves through our reasoning and understanding. Are you understanding, Rustam, the point? It cannot work out. The reason is it filters your collective consciousness. Otherwise, you go near a person who has AIDS and you become collectively conscious that he has AIDS. And if you imbibe all that into you as a conditioning, you will get it. But you are separated. Like a person who reads, say, there's a very nice story about this, Jerome has written. Like one man, he went and read Materia Medica. Went and told doctor that doctor, I have all the diseases except for one, which is housewife's knee. He said, how is it you haven't got it? Because I am not a housewife. So he got conditioned into all the diseases. That's how many people get diseases. But thank God there's a filter. If somebody has a disease, you don't get it because you can filter it. But Hansa Chakra could be affected by badhas. That's one problem. If some badha passes through the nose, you might. Some viruses pass through the nose, you might. Affected means it can get sick. But one must understand the discrimination between the two. Say there's a virus infection outside. It can pass into your Hamsa chakra and can give you a problem of sinus, this, that, physical. But you won't become like a person who has given you virus infection. So there is a filter. But supposing there's a person who is very hectic, and you come in contact with that person, he's very hectic, so your swadhisthana can take over. You can become hectic with that person. Living with that person, you can become hectic. But as far as the hamsa is concerned, with anybody you live, your hamsa doesn't carry the complete impact of that because there's a filter. So now if you have to develop the discretion, you have to learn. You have to understand. It doesn't come automatically. But with children who are born realized, their hamsa is so developed that they know it, what is right, what is wrong. Because their hamsa is so much trained that way, they don't have to use much understanding. But those who are now growing up, have become now Sahajogis, have to know through their own experiences their hamsa. It's a filter also. But for a child, he knows what is right, what is wrong. Because his hamsa is developed. In India, when the child is born, he is massaged nicely. Oiling is the best way to have a good hamsa. Oil his head, oil his body, put some drops in the nose, everything. They try in the ear, in the nose, and that's how they build up. So, what I have to say that physically you should help your hamsa chakra by using ghee and all that, and mentally you should use it by learning things in experience, what to do, how to do it, how to work it out, how to establish. Basa. That is how hamsa chakra grows and makes you discreet. That's why a tradition is very important. Tradition gives you the growth of the hamsa chakra. And then you go on discarding whatever is wrong out of that tradition. Then again, you keep whatever is good. Give it to your children, to your children, to your children. So the discretion comes to a person who is traditionally built up better than a person who has no traditions. Now, for example, this morning I was discussing that people fill the wash basin and wash their face in the West. In India, we cannot conceive of it, cannot even think of it. I mean, people don't know it can be done. Because in traditional way, it has come out that if you are washing your face and again your water goes into there, then all the dirt is in it, again you are using the same water. So you cannot have complete. So always use running water. Traditionally, we have learnt it. So it's so much in our heads, in our discretion, that we cannot even think of such a thing. Simple thing that Muladhara must be cleaned and washed. Any Indian you take it, he knows that is because they must have had some problems before. Whether he is in the north, is in the south, east or west, ask him. Auspiciousness is another thing. Is so much imbibed in the tradition. But if you have a tradition, say, of doing things which are absurd, also you can have traditions like that. Like very primitive people have all kinds of traditions which are very absurd. I was told that if you go to Ladakh, what they do, somebody dies, then keep the hand of the dead person in the house all the time like that. They think that that helps. But with tradition, which is wrong, by discarding that, they will understand is wrong. So the more traditional you are, the ancient you are, you learn many things. Like we would say, English are in a way traditional. So supposing there's a lady coming down, and you are coming with a lady, then the man will be in front automatically. He'll just move. But if she's going up, then man will follow her. Just happens automatically. Because traditionally they have learned that if you are going down, the lady may fall or something, so we should be in front. So what you call as the traditional habits of person gives you this hamsa. And these habits are built better and better with trial and error methods. And that's how you develop it. Now for people who are Sahajogis, it's much easier to imbibe them. Because if you see something, yes, that's wrong, it should not be finished. But you should be so clear-cut about it and should determine. It works out. Your answer will be all right. But you tell them 10 times, still they'll do the same thing. Then that means that Hamsa is not willing to accept. But you must nourish it, you must look after it, you must, as I said, also the kajal is very good for Hamsa chakra. All kajal and the oil in the nose, ears is very good. All acts for that. Even, say, stalking to other person, to talk discreetly, is to say something which doesn't lose its power of affecting that person. Like if you say something very harsh, then you should know how to neutralize it so that he retains that into himself. All these discussions only come also by tradition. When you find something that is futile, in a collective way, in a tradition, drops out. So the blessings of the tradition is great, but greater are the blessings of your spirit. And the blessings of the spirit are such that through your vibrations, immediately you know this is wrong. But you have to be honest about it, and you just give up. You want to ascend, you want to improve your vibrations. So for that, whatever is needed, you will do. Hamsa chakra.
Vamos a mantener, a continuar en este estado de meditación, en este estado de nirvichara o conciencia sin pensamientos. Vamos a invitar con nuestra mano derecha por todo el centro para que más de nuestra madre Kundalini despierten más fibras de ella y nos lleven al Sahasrara, para que se haga más fuerte este canal central. Subimos varias veces conscientes de lo que hacemos y pidiéndole, Madre, por favor, ven a mi Sahasrara, permanece en mi Sahasrara. Llevamos la mano sobre el Sahasrara, invitando a nuestra atención a permanecer en este centro. Bajamos la mano y disfrutamos de la música, de la raga que vamos a escuchar. Disfrutamos de ese estado. Ya para terminar, invitamos nuevamente a nuestra madre a permanecer al Sahasrara y protegemos cada uno de los chakras. No sé si de pronto alguien tenga alguna pregunta, alguna inquietud, o si les quedó muy clara la enseñanzas de Sri Mataji sobre el Hansa Chakra, un subchakra tan importante. Ahí voy a abrir. Ya están activos los micrófonos por si alguien quiere comentar algo o preguntar algo. Escuchábamos a Sri Mataji decirnos del ghee. Entonces simplemente les recuerdo, es mantequilla clarificada, pero es mantequilla pura, ¿no? No es una margarina. Es solamente la mantequilla pura y se pone al fuego lento, y ella se va clarificando, suelta una espuma, pero igual se va reduciendo y va quedando líquida. Además, es muy saludable consumir el ghee, la mantequilla en esa forma, y así es como si la guardamos en un frasquito, ojalá de vidrio, podemos tenerla y simplemente o sacamos de algún recipiente un poquito para no tener que calentarla toda. Sacamos un poquitito para que podamos tomar con el gotero y aplicarlo en la nariz, como les comentaba. Ya sabemos, Sri Mataji también nos aconseja el aceite en los oídos. Es un algodón, simplemente un algodoncito, podemos también untarlo de aceite y lo dejamos un poquito ahí en los oídos para que así se lubrique también el oído. Recordemos del aceite para el bichú izquierdo, que también es muy bueno para todas las coyunturas. Ya haremos nuevamente un taller con aceite para los masajes. Bueno, si no hay preguntas, si todo está muy claro, muy bien. Gracias por la compañía y hasta una próxima oportunidad. La invitación mañana a la meditación, 6 de la mañana. Feliz noche, que estén muy bien. Gracias.